Alright, let's get right into this. So, it's been a minute. I don't have any excuses. I mean, not really, except that I just got unmotivated, things weren't happening, things weren't growing, and plus I had to take a shower. So I think it's been like 4 years since my last upload or some shit like that. Not a whole lot. Okay, a lot has changed. One thing that hasn't changed, I'm still bad at COD. That's the same thing. I'm no longer in a relationship with the person that I was, because basically, long story short, she ended up fucking up. Depending on who you ask, that story may change, as will hers. But we don't really need to get into that. That's kind of a long drama thing. And by the way, if you're watching this video, I don't fucking care. Unsubscribe, cool. A lot of crazy shit has happened. You know, friend groups got torn apart. I mean, that normally happens when you become adults, but this one was a bit violent, but we won't really get into that. So basically, what's going on now, I got a good girlfriend. We bought a house. We're out here living. I graduated school and I've just been kind of grinding. We actually just recently bought a house, which is super hype. So, I mean, we're doing decent, but so I'm going to try to keep this kind of short, right? Because one, I'm going to be out of practice. Two, I don't even know if this is going to handle. Three, I got a mechanical keyboard and I got an AT2020 now, so I don't know if it's going to be like hella loud with me typing and stuff, but I'm trying to be a little bit soft. Basically, I think what's going on here is I'm going to attempt to use this as like motivation. Like, I'm going to use YouTube to try to build momentum, if that makes any sense. I am not doing very good. I'm going to try to build momentum with YouTube because I started this thing where I don't feel a whole lot of pressure from it all the time. I do sometimes, but I started making music. That's why I got the updated mic behind me. I got this there, you can kind of see it. I got like a big mic shroud and stuff like that. I started making music. I go by the name of Zax. I have about as many monthly listeners as I do friends, which is kind of scary. I tend to get a lot of people that want to be friends with me for some fucking reason. I made a video a while ago talking about like existential crises. Like, I was talking about like the multiverse theory and shit like that, all that, but I went into a little bit of like, I get into this mood where I don't feel real. If I look at my hands, it doesn't look like my hands. It's almost like I'm watching a movie almost instead of living my own life. And I didn't even realize that I talked about that long ago. This was like 4 years ago, but I ended up on my old YouTube channel. However that happened, I don't know, but I ended up on my old YouTube channel the other day and I listened to it, and that same thing still happens. I suspect that it's like dissociation, depersonalization, like that kind of thing, but I'm like self-diagnosed because I don't have any proof or really any reason to kind of thing, aside from I don't feel real and I don't remember shit. But I've basically been in and out of this quote-unquote depersonalization thing, and when I'm in that mood, I can't make music. I just can't. No matter what I make, I just hate it. I just cannot stand it. And I mean, it's not abnormal for me to do that. That's like actually, unfortunately, pretty normal for me. But I really want to enjoy making music, not feel like it's such like a huge obligation. When I do that, I hate it. Like, I just don't enjoy what I'm doing. And obviously that's an issue. So I think I'm going to start trying to upload to YouTube again, because one, it gives me a reason to play games. Like, it kind of lets me take time away and, you know, do something that I enjoy that's like kind of mindless. And it'll give me a sense of momentum, or like, I guess more so like achievement. Like, hey, look, I did a thing. I made something. Like, that feels good. I kind of thrive off that. And lately, whatever's been going on with me is fucking basically not okay. It's been wild. I have been up and down and like stupid angry for no good reason. And for an example, like when I get into these moods, I mean, it all depends on random variables. There doesn't really seem to be anything to track it, but it's like if someone walks up to me and I'm like at my desk or bench at work or some shit like that, and they've got a water bottle and they put that shit down, like in my mind, I think you should put down a water bottle right here, okay? But then you put it right there instead, like just barely off. Like, that'll piss me the fuck off. It will piss me off. Sometimes it'll make me anxious. Sometimes it'll just make me almost lose my senses. I don't know if that even makes any sense, but obviously that's not fucking healthy, man. Like, I don't know exactly what it is, but I mean, I've been thinking about trying to go and see a psychologist and shit like that, but that costs money, and money is something that's a little bit hard for me to come by, of extra at least. So I don't entirely know, but I'm hoping that I can, you know, make these videos and I won't hate them so much that I see it as making an achievement, and I'll actually enjoy making them, and it'll like kind of give me some momentum, give me some confidence, stuff like that. Last year I had like a stupid amount of confidence. I did anything. I wasn't afraid of death. I literally didn't think I could die, and now I'm just like laying there, like getting up for work, being like, oh, today could be the day. Like, I don't know what it is, and I don't know if I'll even commit to this, but we'll see. It's basically if it takes too much time away from, you know, the whole lots of cars I now have, that might be an issue. If it takes time away from my girl, it might be an issue. If I can't make music while I'm doing this, you know, I probably won't do it, but that's all, it's all experimentation, you know? I have like a few random stories and stuff racked up, but my main goal here is to not be cringe. I just do not want to be cringe. But here's the thing, I'm making like a cutcom COD video. Like, I don't know if you could do that and not be cringe. That's about it. And as far as Vanguard goes, I think the last game I was playing on YouTube was World War II, and I was not good at that game. I'm decent at this one. I'm learning the ropes, and I do enjoy like Warzone and shit like that, but I think it's a decent game. Not that that really matters, and the people seeing this probably don't fucking care. But I mean, that's basically it. I'm probably just gonna throw some music over top of this, cut comment as I used to, and call it a day. Don't talk about my shiny forehead, don't talk about whatever's going on with the closet and the sheet back there. Some people may know, but I'm pretty much just popping in, and I mean, we're doing well, we're eating, but I'm trying to find ways that I can like soothe my brain because it's not been working. It's just not been working. And I mean, the good news is it seems like I'm like averaging around 40. I don't got a crazy PC still. It's basically an updated version of my old build, but I got a decent deal on it because dude, I'm a cheap ass when it comes to like PCs and shit. I mean, that's pretty much all I got to say. If you find me and you're like, cool, let's sub to this random dude on his fucking weird ass journey, who knows if I'll ever upload again, because the last time I uploaded was like 3 or 4 years ago. So if you did watch, thank you, I appreciate it. If you want to check out my music, it's Zach's on, you know, all major things. I'll link it in the description, but I think I'm doing decent. I produce all my own songs, like I mix master all of them, and I think that's part of the issue, because I can't just record it and send it to somebody and be like, yeah, this is sick. But I mean, anyway, thank you guys for finding this and watching it. I guess appreciate it, and maybe you'll see me again. Peace. I don't really care, I don't really wanna chit